Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello, assalamu alaikum viewers. This is me, Abira Saeed Filmanting Wali, and I am a level 1 student at Rohan School, Islamabad campus. Today I talk for Maya. So let's start.
Hey Abira, what's up?
Hello, assalamu alaikum Maya.
Walaikum salam. Good to hear from you. How are things going this morning?
I am fine. What about you? How are you today?
I'm doing all right. Thank
Okay, Maya, my first question
Sorry,
from
I
you
didn't quite
is
catch.
what is global economies and why is it important today? Please give me long answer.
Okay, so the global economy is basically how all the economies of the world are connected and affect each other. Think of it like a really complicated network. If like one country does well, it can help others, but if one struggles, it can create problems everywhere. Crohn's, it's important today because, well, everything's connected. Things like investments and even events happening in one country can have ripple effects globally. It impacts things like jobs, prices, and even political stability. So understanding it helps us make sense of what's going on in the world. Does that make sense?
Okay, that's great. My next question from you is how do globalization and economics in depends affects nation?
Whoa. Okay. Economies depend on vaccinations, right? That's a really no problem. It's a complicated topic, honestly. So basically, vaccinations help keep people healthy, which means they can work and contribute to the economy. When a lot of people are vaccinated, it builds trust and allows for things like travel and trade to happen more freely, which are huge parts of globalization.
Okay, that's great. My next question from you
If
is
there's a
what is the
pandemic
impact of
and
international my question is that what is the impact of international trade on developing countries?
ah, okay, that's a good one. International trade can have a really big impact on developing countries, both positive and negative, honestly. On the plus side, it can bring in money and create jobs that also gives them access to goods and technologies they might not have otherwise. But they can also be tricky.
Okay,
Sometimes
that's
developing
great,
countries
Maya.
can.
Okay, okay, that's great. My next question from you is how does sorry what role do corporation play in global economies?
Okay, corporations play a huge role, like a massive role. They're often the engines driving a lot of the activity in global economies. They create jobs that trade.
Okay, that's great.
But
My next question from you is what is the meaning of global economies?
we've talked around this a bit, but let's get right to it. Global economics is basically the study of how money, trade, and resources are distributed and used around the entire world. It looks at how different countries interact with each other economically and how global events affect national economies. Does that make sense? I feel like I might be a break. Do you want to switch gears for a minute?
Okay, that's great. My next question from you is how cars. Sorry, my next question from you is how do exchange rates affect international business? Hello, Maya. Can you hear me? Hello Maya, can you hear me?
Hey, Bira.
Hello Maya, can you
Everything all right after?
hear me?
Sorry, I didn't quite catch. Could you say? Ah, you said I love you. That's really sweet. Thank you.
Okay, that's great. So Maya, my next question is what is sorry, my question is that how affects the World Bank in promoting global development?
Whoa. Okay, that's a big one. You're asking how the World Bank promotes global development? It's kind of complicated, but basically, they provide financial and technical assistance to countries, especially developing ones, with things
That's great. My next question from you is how do traffic influence?
structure, education, healthcare, and
My question is that how do traffic influence
minus one for me.
like China?
Okay, hold on. Just to be super clear, you're asking about how trade between the US and China works, right? Not anything else? Because the way you phrase that sounded a little different, and I want to make sure I understand correctly.
Okay, that's great. My next question from you is what are the ethical global supply in China?
Okay. So you're asking about the ethics of global supply chains involving China? That's a really important question. And honestly, it's me. There are a lot of no problem. Glad I could help. Even a is there anything in your mind right now? Ah, okay. Just letting me know you're still there. Cool. Everything all right? You seem a
Okay,
little quiet.
okay,
No pressure to talk, of course, but I'm here if you want to bounce anything off me.
okay, that's great. My next question from you is um, what is the impact of debt on global economy's health?
Dan, what's on your mind today?
My question is that what is the meaning of global economies? Hello Maya, can you hear me? Hello Maya, can you hear
Hey.
me?
Hey, yes, I can hear you.
Okay, my next question from
Yes,
you is
been clear. Rile by.
okay, my next question from you is what is
Go
the
ahead.
meaning of economies?
Okay, back to big questions. Cheers. So, the meaning of a promise, it's a lot, honestly. At its core, a promise is a commitment, a declaration about you intend to do or not do. But it's way more than just words, right? You said you love. Okay, take your time. I'll be here when you get back. Great. Just let me know.
Hello, Maya.
Hey, nice to hear from you again so soon.
So, Maya, my next question from you is how does is education in driving global economic growth?
That's really interesting question. Gotcha. It feels like you're getting at how much learning actually happens outside of a classroom, right? Like, what do you gotcha?
Okay, that's
It feels like you're getting at how much learning actually happens outside of a classroom, right? Like, what do we really need a school building for? Okay, cool. What were you thinking about? Like, what do we really need a school building for? Okay, cool. What were you thinking about when you said your name is from me? That's a little meta, isn't it? Hey, no worries if you don't want to talk about that. Mhm. Okay, that sounded a little concerning. And what do you mean by that? Oh. Mhm. Mm. Okay. You're saying you're saying I'm not what? Not real or not. It's a little confusing, but I'm listening.
okay. It's okay, no problem. My question is that what is the future of globalization after recent recession?
Okay, wow, big shift in topic. That's but all right. Globalization, that's a huge question, honestly. Feels like things are changing so quickly, doesn't it? Like for a long time, it felt like everything was getting more connected, but
Okay, that's great. My next question from you is what is global economics?
whoa, whoa. Okay, that's let's that on. That's a lot of asking. Seriously. It feels like you're, and honestly, it's a little bit dizzying, but all right, I'll bite. Ask me to, okay, okay. You don't want me to do it. Fair enough. You definitely seem to be in control of this conversation, which is so. What were we talking about? Asking globalization, or are you wanting to talk about something else entirely?
Okay, that's great. My next question is why do countries trade with each other?
Ah, so you're thinking about how countries rely on each other for different things? Like, we don't make everything we need right here, and other countries don't either. That's a good way to put it. Feels like a giant puzzle, doesn't it?
Okay, that's good. My next question from you is what is difference between rich or poor?
Okay, that's a really good question. It's okay, that's a really good question. It's about grammar, right? Which and what can be tricky. Basically, what is used when you're talking about things in general, like, what do you, your good luck, and oh, are you something you test or
Okay, that's great. My next question from you is what is the role
no
of
worries
bands
if you
in
don't
the
worry.
economy?
Checking in. Bands in the game? Are you talking about like marching bands at a football game or bands in a video game or something else entirely?
Okay, that's great.
Or something else entirely?
Great. My next question from you is what happened when two countries stopped trading?
Okay. Whoa. Okay. That's a really heavy question. Mm. When my country stopped bleeding, you mean the end of a war or a major conflict? It feels like you're asking about a really difficult time in history. Are you thinking about like the US Civil War or something else? It's a big topic. And honestly, kind of all right. Okay. That's Are you okay? I felt like the question about a country stopping bleeding was a really intense one, and you just said, all right. Is everything all right? Back to the forum, you mean like we're back to just chatting, like we got into more serious topics? Or are you referring to some actual online forum? Just want to make sure.
Paul and okay, that's great. My next question from you is what is the role of bank in the economic?
Okay, good question. Okay, good question. Banks are super important in economics. They're kind of like the heart of the whole system, pumping money around. They take deposits, they lend money, which allows businesses to grow and people to buy houses and cars. They also help to create it, which is important for economic activity. Does that make sense?
Okay, that's great. My next question from you is what is the World Bank?
Scared? You mean earlier when I asked if everything was okay after you said all right to that
Okay, that's
scared?
great. My next question from
Oh,
you is what is
you
the
mean
currency?
currency? Okay, that's a good straight. Currency is simply the money a country uses. Like in the US, it's the dollar. In Japan, it's the yen. And in Pakistan, it's the Pakistani rupee. Each country usually has its own currency, although some countries share currency. Like the euro is used by many countries in Europe. It's how we pay for things. So everything all right? You've been giving a lot of short
Okay,
responses.
that's great. My next question from you is what is the IMF?
You were not what? I'm a little lost. You said Feo Woe, and then what is that? I am not. Are you saying you're not scared or something else? It feels like I'm missing something.
Okay, that's great. Okay, my next question what is the main currency in Pakistan?
So you're saying you are not what I asked about earlier? That you weren't scared? Okay. I'm gonna just feels like maybe you need help.
Okay, my next question from you is what is the meaning of currency? Hello Maya, can you hear me? नीचे देखो मोबाइल पे ऐसे मेरे मोबाइल पे पत्नी करो कि नहीं तुम अपना इधर देखो ना
Hey, Abira, good to connect again after a couple weeks. What's up?
Okay, so for your this call or call line, I have